Okay, so I'm doing some stuff that viewers have sent me here again. This is becoming a staple of the show here.
That's all right.
So
Fun. I like the viewers send in stuff that's not like their own tattoos.
I think there's less cost in it for the viewer. I still do get, like, I'm getting a ton of viewer submissions too, so they're still coming, but like I think this is just like less skin in the game type stuff. And
oh yeah, no one wants their tattoo torn apart. It's like being on a blast.
so this is one from Masakrov. I think we got a couple from different artists that I've already featured on here, and this was a cover up, and I didn't put what was in here with it. I don't have that. I don't know what he was covering, but honestly, it doesn't look like there was anything in there.
It doesn't matter that he was covering something. It's just that like textures are crazy. The blacks are awesome.
Well,
High contrast. What do you expect?
to me, it's like there is something in the center of that wrist there, right?
But
Because
it doesn't
he used-
necessarily mean that.
No, like he used opaque or white in that one spot, and the rest of it is negative.
True. Yeah.
So my only critique of this is I would like to see some of that same white and opaque stuff go up into the negative so that it looks more like
Uniform.
because like that other stuff is probably going to dull down a little bit when it's healed. Like it's going to be there, but like it's going to be a softer, kind of more medium tone version of the white than it is fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't, like, white doesn't look the same as negative space.
No.
Right, like you can see that in these. In some ways, it's brighter. In some ways, it's not. But
I think so.
it's kind of got like a duller look to it. Like it, more of like a, I don't know, like the natural light source of negative is. It's just a different thing than white ink is.
Yeah, I just think sometimes it's okay to have them be different.
But they're the same thing, right? Like that's the same skull, basically.
Yeah, but it's a different thing of this. Like it's not the skull. It's like in the skull's mouth.
But there's another skull in there.
I know, but it's like, yeah, this skull is in the shadow.
It's a
doing
nitpick.
different thing.
But it's like those things I think are, like I like to see the consistency.
I think they're separate enough that it's okay for me. I think in other cases I'd really, really agree with you, but in this one,
I mean,
I think it's
the
separate
thing is,
enough.
I always going to have something to say because I just like his work anyway.
I know,
Like
it's-
obviously, the subject matter and theming is on point.
Hard to critique it in any way.
And so then this one is from Brendan Herrera, and similar stylistically but different.
Yeah, it uses lots of like cool opaques, right?
I've featured Brendan Herrera on here before. Well, this is like the craziest fucking filter of all time. And I know for a fact that this looks good in person anyway.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like it's not like it's gonna look bad, but like all of this guy's work is pretty cool. He's a little less like his stuff has got a little more range than Masakrov's does. Like I see him cover like all kinds of different subject matter. I tend to see like Masakrov and some of his contemporaries like Immortal, and there's another one that comes to mind. There's a few of the guys that do that style, and they tend to just stay in their kind of like bioorganic horror lane,
Yeah.
right? Like it's very, or if they are doing anything else, they're not posting it.
Yes.
Whereas Brendan Herrera has quite a bit more range in his work.
He does portraits sometimes too, right?
He does all kinds of things,
Yeah.
but they always look like his work.
Oh yeah, well I mean when you're throwing opaque gray in with like the black and stuff, like that is not something I feel like a ton of artists do.
Well, if they're hard to work with, if you
Yeah.
don't know where to put them and stuff, why to use them. But he uses a lot of like green and red and blue and stuff in his work too.
Yeah, it adds like a little extra.
Yeah, I really like this one. I always joke like that one of the tattooers here at the shop should make her whole face like a horror tattoo. I guess I've now seen that basically for the first time with that Incro Alpha that Masakrov did. But like, I think the idea of like a young girl doing it is hilarious. Though I would just maybe stick to stage makeup. I don't think.
know if any of the young girls at our shop have the right style to be doing that there, sir.
I mean, I don't know that the other guy did either when he started. Like now he's getting there. He's got his fucking arm and most of his upper body done anyway now, or at least the front.
Trying to imagine Allie or Ash walking around with like a
I think it's
horror face.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Especially where we're going these days. It's not even the craziest thing I'll see today.
Tattooers have got to go pretty extreme.
I think like this is again like this is a pretty aggressive placement, but it's interesting. Like this doesn't raise the same questions as it does if you put it on the front.
Yes.
You know, it's a really weird thing. Like people are very sensitive about faces, and I am too. We just are. But like the back of the head, it's kind of like, oh, that's cool. But
yeah, oh, that's kind of creepy.
You flip this around to the front side, and it's all of a sudden it's a real fucking problem.
Right? I kind of like, I want to see, like, I wish that like I had a video of them turning their head, because I'd like to see like how far up
Sides
this
and
comes and like how it, because it looks really cool from the back, but like because of the roundness of the head, this could look completely different.
Well, you don't want like too hard a cut off, or it's gonna look like he has like a broken eggshell or something. You know.
But that's why I'm curious, right?
But obviously, fantastic tattooing. So.
Oh well, I kind of get the side,
Yeah.
not really though.
Yeah, a little bit, but. And then this one is from another guy I featured here. I seen this. I clipped a shot of his story actually, because this must be session 8 or 9 on this palm now. So, and pretty nice lighting here.
Oh, I mean, it's blue.
This is well, it's blue or gray at your best. You're never gonna get a black palm, and because I still have so many people that ask me like, "Whoa, why don't you block out your palm?" or like, "Why don't you tattoo your?" Like, I'll have people say, "Why don't you tattoo your palm?" as if I don't have it done.
Yeah,
it's
I
the most
know.
irritating fucking comment in the
You
world.
just don't want to like a full blackout palm. It would just be a lot.
Well, it's
A
this,
lot
like
for
I
a lot
just
of
said,
nothing.
This is at least the 8th pass. It could be 9. I don't know. He's pretty like, this dude's pretty elusive, so he's not like posting all the time. He just shows up every now and then, puts a story up.
Right.
And I know the history of these palm tattoos on him, and it has been extensive. These are the best blackout palms in the world, easily. And like, they're still, to me, it's like, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I could see you doing your fingernails if you find someone who can do it like the injection way.
sometimes the lemon ain't worth the squeeze for me. Like, it's not that I couldn't do it. It's just like, just understanding like what having a full saturation palm is going to do to your life for a period of at least a few weeks, and then doing that
Yeah, you can't even play video games.
potentially 8, 9 times. You can't do anything.
I know.
Let alone play anything. You're not doing anything. You're letting
just
this
sitting
thing
there.
sit.
Watching
But-
TV.
Like, to do that then 8, 9 times potentially to get a result this good is admirable, but almost impossible to recommend.
Not for you.
So this isn't my pursuit. That I'm happy to see it's someone's pursuit. You know what I mean? Because like this is one of those things that like, if you don't test these things, people don't believe they can be done. Like, there's still people who don't think that this is doable, right?
Yeah, oh, it's definitely
So
doable.
it's-
It just takes a lot of work.
It's good that he's gone out and done this. And then finally, I had this one sent to me a few times. It's like a white and black on black, mostly blackout face tattoo.
This is cool.
It is cool. Leaving out the nose is a big no-no, though, because it's making his nose look enormous. And before I go on, I do know I have a big fucking nose, right? I have a giant nose. If I were to do this, like to cut around my nose like this, I would literally look like a fucking duck, right? It would look like I had a beak.
Your nose is also a little extra big. It was already big.
Well,
but
it's
extra
fucking,
big
it's a schnoz.
because of the piercing in there.
But
too.
like, no, because like this is a fucking problem for me that he's framed his nose. That's the only real problem I have with this. Like, because the thing is if you already have a blackout head and face, then it's like, you're not the guy that I'm worried about. Like, when I talk about face tattoos, and I think they shouldn't be your first face tattoo. I just went on a rant about this. But like, this guy's got his neck blacked out. He's got his ear blacked out. You know, he's got his head blacked out. It's like, what's some lines on your face, right?
Right.
Like, it's not like it's... See,
maybe he just hasn't gotten to his nose yet.
Well, even for me, it's like, if I'm to do more on my face, it's always just like, well, that was expected, right? Like, people just expect it. When you get to the place where people are expecting you to do, you know, then it's different than when you have no coverage and you just go and plant something on your face.
Right.
There's a difference. People don't like that. People think that's gatekeeping. I don't think it's gatekeeping. I think it's like, it's for your own well-being. You know, like, it's less about what other people are going to think and more about what it's going to do to your own sense of identity. It changes things, and like, that's where this looks pretty kosher to me on this guy. It's like, what's another layer on your face?
Well, exactly. What is another layer on
But,
your
like,
face? But I think he'll go for the nose eventually. I just don't
I
think he's
mean,
gotten there yet.
It's tough to work on.
Do
I
the
think
lips
it's,
bother you too?
not as much, no, because they're like more incorporated, and there's some flow into that. Like you see the lead up into that, right? Whereas the nose just kind of hard stops. It's just like almost like where he's wearing a helmet or something. You know, it just doesn't do it for me. And that is my real only critique of this. Otherwise, like, I mean, if you're gonna have a full black face tattoo, at least putting some details in there is good. And I'm not the half-wit that's going to tell him that this can't work. I think it would have been a better idea to invert this. Like, I think it would have been better to have the black line around the white. I think it would have looked more substantial. This is going to look really kind of subtle. The only reason why you're going to be able to really pick it out for a long time, most likely, is going to be the outline, the white outline, giving it strength.
Yeah.
Where the black outline around the white, I think, would have probably been a little more... it would have read better from a distance. Just based on some of the stuff that I've done, it seems when you have the black giving support to the white, it's better than when it's white giving support to the black.
Yeah, I just think like maybe this is the aesthetic that they wanted.
Yeah, for sure.
know?
But like, it's almost the same look. It's when it heals, like these things are very similar. It's just one of them is going to be a little more contrasty than the other.
Do we know what artist did this one? Is it the artist that's on the Instagram?
I mean, it
there?
might be, right? Like, it could be this Craft 66K or whatever the fuck. I'm not actually sure.
That's cool,
Sometimes
though.
these things are reposts and
Right,
things like
I know, that's why I'm curious.
So it's always hard to say. But, like, I like this a lot. I think it's, for what it is, it's a smart move. It gives some more strength to this and makes it a little more unique.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't be a hater on this one.